basically the issue I'm running into here is that yeah, I don't need to see the tutorial. We saw it last time.
I once read a man would have to go below the waves to understand the true scale of an iceberg. Reminds me of you, dear father. I confess I never really knew you. After all, how does one get the measure of a man when there's so much beneath the surface? Nevertheless, I owe my survival of Zumurud's blistering deserts and the wild forests of Sylvia to your training. When I was summoned home to Edina, in order to read your last will and testament, I didn't know what to expect. I suppose it comes as no surprise you remained a mystery even in death. I now find myself beckoned to the dwarven realm of Dockheim by the encrypted journal and ancient relic you left behind, on an expedition to the cursed city of Eisenair for answers you never provided. I shall not be daunted. My determination is equal to the task at hand. If, as you say, this Vambrace is the key to entering that forbidden city, I will find what I seek. My journey has been difficult. Since the Vambrace entered my possession, I have been plagued by unsettling dreams of a ghostly blade cutting me down.
But yeah, basically the issue that I'm running into is that OBS appears to be tracking a different item for its desktop audio than I had intended. So we read this last time, so I'm just going to let it play out and hit the spacebar as soon as it finishes and I've actually read everything. One thing that does strike me as a little bit strange is the absolute lack of music here. It's the exact same issue I had last time, but it still feels very weird. Now, the nice part about skipping the tutorial is that I don't potentially waste my good luck. I don't know if the items found there are random, though. So this provides us our first task. Get something the fuck to eat. Also, I don't know why it's showing me the gamepad controls. I don't have a gamepad plugged in. To the point where Oh, whoops. Fuck it. I tried to plug one in, but I forgot that I had been using it on my Switch before and didn't switch it over. Okay. At least it's just alternating keys on the, But why the fuck is it? I may have hit the wrong button there. It appears I did. I can never remember which button is which. It's the top button for X input. Good to know. But it's set to controller 2. What the fuck controller do I have set up? Oh, I know what's going on. I actually know exactly what's going on. Cooler Master software is fucking me. Excellent. There we go. That was dumb as hell. Okay, that's not a door. And that's not an interactable. So? I do really like this really, really dumb thing. Oh yeah. So, something that I had just remembered, had completely forgotten up until this point, and something I should have looked up, and was only reminded when I, you know, saw the art style. God, I really like the music though. Is I still don't know how the fuck to actually pronounce the Korean names that are present. For the fox ears. One nice thing that I have changed, and that I have definitely already noticed running, not running, drastically improving the state of my audio, is I made my noise gate quite a bit more aggressive, something like 8 dB, 10 dB more aggressive. And it's made it so that, well, because I have the microphone right next to my mouth, it's still picked up real easily, but everything else is not. Which is so fucking nice. It means that I have to mute my mic about half as frequently. Yeah, knowing what I know now, these aren't that good. Both health and vigor gradually go down as your adventure goes on. Now, I believe we have not met, and indeed I probably had an option to use a dwarf last time and did not do it. And I believe the drifters are the, well, just everybody else, really. I don't need the mouse over the thing for this. I still hate the name for the ghosts. Ghosts, zombies, etc. I do wish you could speed this part up a little bit. I mean, I do like that it feels a bit of a reference to Uncharted Waters, or it might be New Horizons. I don't actually remember. Which is a game series I fucking adore, by which I mean there's one game in the, like, 4-game series that I really like. The Super Nintendo one. I think that it was also released on Genesis. But I'm pretty sure that I have an issue, I've not played it recently enough to maintain having an issue, but I'm pretty sure that I had an issue with the Genesis port, because you actually do use all 4 of the face buttons, or maybe it was the L and R buttons, and it wasn't set up for 6-button controllers. So, like, I have no problem with good Genesis ports that were, you know, actually using the all 6 buttons. Obviously, I don't have a controller that does 6-button stuff that well right now. Or at least doesn't do it accurately. Every controller I have is based off of the Super Nintendo layout. I do actually really like the Saturn layout, though. I think it works really well for games where it was actually considered. I still remember. She had a, she called us basically... No, actually, I don't think she, mentioned it this time since I used the other, conversation bit. But if we'd asked her about it, she would have given us a 100% Magus-esque ass quote. I swear I know how to speak. Although I might be running into the same issue that I ran into when I was checking out last time, where I for whatever fucking reason, my control of my tongue is not great. Having a bit of a lisp. Although I'm not hearing it myself today, so, you know, c'est la vie. And I'm definitely in a position where I would be hearing it more if I was actually doing it. Since I have my headphones on and I can hear myself through the microphone. And so the issue that we ran into last time was I fucked up, spent coin without considering it. I fucked up several times with the shop interface, and basically had spent money on something that did not seem to be to me at the time to be worthwhile. So this is an interesting thing. We will get a quest from this for two sides. There's one to help the Maruhan, presumably a shipping magnate. I'm actually not 100% certain on pronunciation on that one. Or we will have the option of getting it to help the ghost merchant that we regularly run into, who is a part of just all of this shit. Personally, to me, it does seem more like the ghost would be the better choice. And that's this room. Honestly, it's not at all bad for a free room. I mean, it has a fireplace and everything. Oh yeah, there's wardrobe changes. I had already forgotten about this. We went as the other one last time. I don't know if there's a stat change associated with the outfits. That would be kind of neat. I suppose I could actually... Oh yeah, I have a small number of notes associated with this, because there is no way in hell that I'm going to remember what sparkles mean. It's merchantry. There's also awareness, which is traps. And there's Overwatch, which, I mean, it's relevant for camping. Conveniently, there's a fucking tent icon. Now, combat skills are something that are very, very important to whether you actually have any interest in a goddamn character, and so, of course, can't be seen from the recruiting screen. Now, eventually, of course, you will get used to these various types of characters, so they will not be an issue. But yeah, it doesn't change any... no, I don't think it changes health. I can check that real quick. Take all of a goddamn second. Nope. I actually kind of prefer this. It looks a little bit less dumb, even though it's even with the corset. Did I talk to these folks? Oh god, clowns. And I don't think this is where the recruiting board is, but we can come back here after recruiting people. And then speak to them here. Also, Jesus, even without the tutorial, we are 20 minutes in and have not yet really done anything. Okay, so yeah, they are randomized. Now, I know we will want Abel and Serena. But for the other spot, I want to actually directly compare Luther and, I don't know how the fuck to pronounce her name. Now, spread shot seems good. Seems good. Luther is considerably stronger against single targets. And of course, excuse me, Luther's cover fire synergizes well with the taunt that Abel has. One potential issue is Luther does not have as much vigor. The loss of Overwatch might hurt. I'm not 100% certain on that, though. Don't know what those icons mean. Presumably that's better against humans and that's better against the ghosts. But I think I'm leaning towards Luther because Mighty Blast is enough to take out quite a few of the annoying enemies. Spread Shot isn't even always enough to make annoying enemies, what was that? Yeah, and you can easily get rid of the relics by just hitting the X button. And of course, Lyric has both a long range and a short range attack. So she is, at the moment anyway, really not set up to be a frontline fighter. I think small aspects of the armor are also slightly modified, character to character. Interesting. But we're not doing that quite yet because we need to purchase shit. We have a small amount of cash burning a hole in a pocket. So this is more along the lines of the actual good shit. Now, one thing that has not come up is there is a weight limit, which could be potentially annoying. I believe that's just exit. Oh, what does the soul have? Again, the things that she has don't seem particularly fantastic to me. Oh, and she doesn't have relics this time around. Interesting. I'm not really willing to grab a relic that reduces combat efficacy. Kind of stocking up a little bit on those. Okay, looks good. Oh no, that, I'm mistaken. That little door was a door, not a exit. Which means potentially another shop. Or several shops. Ah. Well, I suppose it is good to know where Mahoram is. Oh, more named characters. Now I'm actually curious as to which the preferred option is as far as that field quest goes. And the reason that I say that is my initial impression of everybody was that the ghost seemed a lot more honest than the set of merchants.
We have a job to do.
And the freezing to death is not just a bit of mechanical, or is not just a bit of talk. It has mechanical implications as well. Every room we go through has a hit to vigor. Sorry about that. That was a knuckle. I was kind of expecting my my noise gate to cover it, but I suppose if it's an especially loud crack, it will not. So, monsters. And this is actually a good point. This is one of the reasons why Abel is not a good party leader. He can't see shit. It's also the reason why and that's also a mechanic related to if you go into too many rooms, or I think it's just go through too many things. No, actually in this case, they have the same. But it's one of those, oh yeah, Luther has great awareness. That doesn't help anybody. He doesn't have the health. Lyric's looking for a fellow time traveler. She's only done this once before. Oh yeah, and because the game's a dick, do you notice what happened to our party composition? Yoink. Gerard. This is the Ghost Merchant. And see, I'm willing, well, I guess I should say I'm more willing to make the deal with him because ultimately he does seem to be more honest. Oh. Huh. Yeah, if I had realized that last time, I would have been able to, yeah, because you can even do it while in towns, neighborhoods. Okay, so that is the big old thing. So make gradual progress, and so of course the shortest path is 4. But I believe its vigor is used each time you go through. This would... Okay, I'm ignoring current room. This would be 3 events. This would also be 3 events. But I believe this would be 2 more vigor. At which point it, of course, begs the question, who the fuck gives a shit about
Keep a wary eye.
the events when the vigor... Hell yeah. Just in case it's awareness-based. Ah, it was vigor-based. And it didn't give us anything. God damn it.
Ow.
And of course I did it with one of our lowest vigor members. Because of course I did. Oh, nice. His awareness actually is beneficial anyway. Good to know. So it appears that it just takes the top of each stat. Yeah, we just want to go to the right. Good to know. Every little bit of implication that the game had posited prior to this seemed to suggest that that was not the case. Who even has... Ah, it's her. We could rest. Resting, unfortunately, doesn't do anything inherently, so... Yeah, we just want to keep going to the right. Combat. Excellent. Ooh, I've not faced these buddies before. Golems. Interesting. Mighty Blast is strong against golems. Flashbang is also strong against golems. I think these are just the regular, I fucking hate the word, but spook icons. What? Huh? Why isn't... So everybody will get a turn, which is good. Actually real tempted to do Whirlwind just to kind of guarantee it. It'll cost energy, but energy comes back. And then just everybody's basic attack should work. Especially with that, we now have 2 opportunities with only needing 1 damage. Man, Abel, you are just sucking ass today. Golem parts and bouillon chips. Yeah, so we will want to take the second upward path. Now, this is the thing to get replacement allies. Of course, some of them aren't willing to stay. But this is a blood mage. What's a blood mage? I have no fucking clue. I can't afford her anyway. But, seems interesting. You know, I wish I could find out more about her. But, you know, can't do it without having her join. This is a scoundrel. What's a scoundrel? It's apparently a foxier of some kind. We don't even know what Asatira's race is. Some type of elf, presumably. That for combat is incredibly intriguing. Her best stat, not as much. Oh, there's also a berserker. A dwarf that has pretty good stats, a pretty decent frontline fighter, and essentially Abel on steroids. A different Abel. Still not particularly great. Yeah, that's the way we want to go. I'm going to take our vigor damage. And we're done with this first area. Now the interesting thing... Oh, I can't open the interface here. The majority of your team does not have anything close to experience. Lyric, however, does. Now, I didn't get to the point before where I got an experience. I am amused by the fact that, aside from combat, which starts at 2, everything else, its first level bumps it up by 2. To a certain extent, that makes sense because you want the first level to bring everything up to parity in this case being 3. Additionally, it wouldn't make a lot of sense for most of these to be a +1 gain, because anybody who's worth a shit is going to have it at 3 anyway. You want it so that, you know, Lyric gets it and is actually usable. Now, we can't talk to people here. We can try to make things. We at present don't have the items for any of this. Halite crystals, bags of seeds, herbal balm, rope and thread, junk. We actually didn't get any, item pickups. Or we only got one, I think. But everybody's doing reasonably well, so we don't need to use our resting items. Now, which way for this one? I'm intent... I think the lights flashing suggest that this is the correct way, so to speak. So it looks like regardless, it's 4. I think I'm going to take the first... Well, no, because it's 1, 2, 3... Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, but this you don't have the random event. But yeah, I think that seems the better way. So, another ghost buddy. Serena seems to be in the best condition, provided it doesn't, The Lavos cocktail, huh? What'd it do? Ow. I will say, I know that, you know, there's a fair amount of titty art in this game. The background big titty elf still surprises me. Oh, merchant. I misread that as Wormblood. W-O-R-M, not W-Y. Ooh, nice. Combat? Camping. Interesting. Again, camping. I actually want to see what the thing here is. Looks like Abel's in best shape at the moment. Luther has, once again, proven his value. I do kind of wish we could walk a little bit more quickly. Especially since this doesn't have the, or doesn't appear to have the Darkest Dungeon walking causes issues thing. Can we do anything with those jewels? I seem to recall we saw something to do with them last time, but I don't fully remember. Adjacents. Now everybody is down between 8 and 9, I think. No, that's just 7. He lost vigor to an action. How the fuck is he at higher? Yeah, not a big deal. Every time I accidentally look at somebody's at the female character's feet, I get annoyed by the fact that they're wearing fucking heels. Another fucking campsite. God damn. That's been like 3/4 of the damn things I've run into. On the upside, Luther has proved very valuable, preventing traps, but if I just go up, that's 4. If I go down, that's 4, but plus 1 vigor. Plus 2 vigor, potentially. Now, any or all of these could be mimics. But these kind of, see? These sites with items are incredibly valuable because you don't have a lot of options for getting the various things you need for crafting otherwise. No combat. Got confused for a second. And the open chests can be still useful. Oh. Looks like the ghost is the... Oh, that's just... Okay. I know she has a ranged attack, since Lyric will be a bit later. And that took out the major danger. I think beyond that, just... And Abel, I don't think has hit this entire fucking expedition. It's actually kind of impressive. No, I guess her thing is not for the generic enemies either. I will eventually figure out what the icons mean. If we get lucky and Abel actually hits something. And she cannot kill either one. And that went reasonably well, given that Abel still can't fucking hit anything. Yeah. Okay. So our intended route is just keep going to the right. Oh, merchant. Merchant's always... Well, I shouldn't say always, because a lot of the time it's not that useful. This is... If we had the cash for it, that would be a good pickup. Unfortunately, I don't know 100%... Oh, well, I guess it doesn't matter, since we can't sell a lot of our stuff to him anyway. The ingredients. And while selling the items we're not going to be using, the relics we're not going to be using, seems like a good idea. I don't know if waiting will provide us a better price. I don't know why I walked past that. I've never seen anything past. I say this as if I'm any level of expert on this. What? Oh. Yeah, I scrolled that one past. What's our actual vigor stats at? Getting to the point where we could... maybe use it for Luther. But far better than last time since we actually had some curatives. Ranker's Path. Sounds good. Huh. Not seen these X's before. I assume it's just dead ends, but I don't believe they've been present on the map before. Or I'm just inobservant. 100% possible. Looks like following this is going to be the shortest path for us, though. So... that merchant has a whole bunch of health. Looks like what we want him taking out is the maid. I seem to recall she can do a fair amount of damage. The engineer seems like the better choice, just because I have to assume Abel is going to fucking miss again. It's a Christmas miracle. Okay. So yeah, the merchant is the big actual threat. Oh, for some reason I was assuming that would hit both, despite them not being next to each other. Oh, it doesn't. Yeah, that doesn't... I always think that mousing over will actually do something. Actually, what's his... yeah, his health is down enough that, rare seems worth it. And yeah, she should take him out. Actually, merchant was an address, probably female. Can we pick up the axe? Nope. Can't investigate anything else here. tempted to pick up some of those brews just because I know I'm going to need vigor. It's not the best deal, but not sure it really matters, given how low we're getting, and how we have not found anything. Actually, I didn't think to look at the crafting station last time, did I? I'll need to check that out. We might have sufficient stuff for crafting real curatives. Yeah, is this... No, it's not a real door. Good to know. The X's don't mean anything. Oh, maybe walking increases the geistometer. Now we're in good shape. We want to go down. So it should be here. Another campsite. Luther continuing to actually see things. The way the music worked there, I thought it was going to go directly into a boss fight for some reason. Before I do that, let's check out crafting. So we can make a balm, we cannot make a patch. We can make a shit ton of brews. That is very good. A med pouch. Yeah, we're doing far better as far as crafting items go than I thought we were. These also require rations, or the seeds. As for that matter, do the balms. Let's make one. We've not needed healing because we've not gotten into combat. I think we're actually good on the plus health, plus vigor items. And yeah, that's just scrap metal, so that's strictly an improvement. Vigor is by far our lower resource right now. So everybody needs to get a little bit drunk. Oops. That, I think one each, and actually probably the +4. Yeah, everybody's in double figures, double digits. Which means that, assuming that we have a fair number of spots to go through. Yeah, this is one of the longer required ones. So everybody needed at least 7 vigor. And we're still safe assuming that we get no more than 1 vigor trap. Like this. Oh, I guess that's horse, not -2 vigor for all. What is the -2 vigor for all? Is that mimic? Wait a fucking second. That was an investigation. Those are very hard for me to see for some reason. Like, they are intentionally a little bit hard to see, but I am never paying enough attention to see them. I think I saw one or two on the VOD last time. Yeah, he has the energy to take out half that thing's health to start. What did... Okay, so it has armor. And if we get lucky, Lyric will take it at... Oh no, it had 3 health, not 2. So when it comes time to Lyric's turn, I will probably... Well... No, let's take out the Survivor. Well, I guess that answers that one. Take out the Survivor first, and then we'll try to bring down the Golem. Oh, with the armor. That's why that first attack didn't do as much as I was expecting. A lot of corpses here. Which... I am taking... Oh, it's a campsite. I am taking this shorter path. Okay, so until you actually run up to where the thing will be, which in this case is a merchant. Now we do have something to trade. I don't think we actually need to purchase anything right now, though. Fortunately, from this point on, it will be easy because there is only one exit for each room. Hey, a dog. Can we pet the dog? I know it's a ghost, but can we pet the dog? As Serena's the only one with extra vigor. And it wasn't a vigor check anyway. Of course not. Serena failed the check to pet the dog. Tragic. Oh, more halite. That's always good. Well, I say always, but I mean it does require... Yeah, stacked mimics. Amusing. It does require bags of seeds to actually be worthwhile. I don't know why I'm hitting E instead of R. Noxious fumes? Is this? No. And of course I didn't actually read the mimic one, so I don't know if that was the -2 figure. I don't know what terror does. Not in the slightest. Maybe it causes those apparitions on the front of the screen. Maybe it actually does impact enemy formations, things of that nature. Maybe it causes the little bit of red across the bottom of the screen. Nah, let's... We're one screen away. We're not even one screen away. Oh, of course there's not a...
Stay alert.
That would explain why there was the rest thing there, because... Yeah. Okay. Whatever, game. I seem to recall the chef is annoying, but... Yeah, a lot of that's the HP that doesn't really line up super well with things. In this case, I do wish Lyric was actually fast enough to do anything. Main reason being that getting that attack of hers that does 4 damage to 2 targets would have been real nice. Oh yeah. The loss of combat's the real annoyance there, since she's not relevant for awareness. Apparently awareness is your turn order, though. That's good to know. Explains why the dwarf comes up much sooner than anybody else. What? Oh, he's going to be losing health. He is bleeding. I still hate the icon for 4. Oh, that, oh, it's just, it actually does tell you how long it'll stick around. Upside, we appear to not lose vigor in here for transitions. Small favors. Mushroom. So what's hand tremors? Dude, okay. Ah, loss of slight. It does feel a little bit strange to be getting these items. Oh. Oh, I assume that's, an outfit. To be getting these items when we can't actually use anything. Wait, is it saying we can use these? No. I have pretty good memories of the maid fucking me over before. Oh, that actually hurts a lot. Oh. Let's use his taunt, and then next turn we'll use his heal. If they both hit... Oh, a crit makes it so that that's not actually relevant. And we've had pretty good luck with hits this fight. Could have stunned the enemy. Probably would have been a better idea. Oh, of course, it doesn't lead anywhere. If only I had that wall map. Or if only I'd paid sufficient attention to that wall map. Okay, so I guess this other path is the way anyway. Weird. Ah, drow. That is presumably what the blood sorcerer that I saw earlier had the option to hire earlier but did not have money for was about. So I guess now it's we need to go through every vent. I was really hoping the bed would be useful. So a fair amount of this was brought on myself. I did not take the opportunity to rest when I had it. And I was already down a little bit of health at the time, so I really should have... Oh. Here we go. So mostly I'm interested in getting health back. Yeah, that's her hand issue. I think I'm okay with everybody where they are as far as vigor goes. And I think 20 health on our frontliners is good.
Oi there!
I had not spoken to Luther prior to this. I did not realize how the Dwarven voice acting worked. I think that's the longest note we have run into so far. Thank you, Arrow. Oh, Gerard. Not gonna lie, All Mother most strongly makes me think of Coheed, even if it's not the right actual term. I think part of that is, I was watching Catsworth play Mo the other day. And of course, one of the characters in that is Sirius. And I cannot think of Sirius without thinking of Sirius Amory. Again, Coheed. Yeah. Though I know part of that is actually, it's related to the name that I go by on Twitch. One of the people that used to raid with in Rift went by the name Amory. That's a lot of health. Oh, and everything else has buffed health. Good to know. The lack of music here is a little bit strange. Yeah, it's golems that he is powerful against. Let's try to get that, excuse me, mad merchant out. Oh wait, does that only impact 3 people? For whatever reason, I was assuming it affected 4. That is actually fine. Again, the lack of music is actually making this far more eerie than it would otherwise be. How much? Well, we need to hit her with both people anyway. So. How much does... Oh, the flashbang takes 4. I don't know why I was thinking it took less. With Mandak being able to heal and the security guard being painful. I think that's our first target. And of course, Lyric and Luther can take out the ghost. That's annoying. That's also annoying. Looks like she is dead soon. Should be able to keep her alive for a turn. Yeah, it looks like Manda heals himself every other turn. Oh, what? I hadn't realized that the shot was a energy user. Yeah, I guess that makes that an energy user for her as well. Let's see if we can take out the ghost. That makes it considerably more likely that Serena survives a little bit longer. And let's use the taunt to try to boost her chances a little bit further. Well, it's a two-person attack. Unfortunate. Wait a second. No. What is the... Oh, I guess it doesn't say. Damn. That's annoying. But it's probably the best person for it to have happened to. A little bit of healing, probably about as good as the plus damage. I think it's just 2 turns of plus damage, but... And next time Lyric gets a turn, I'll need to make sure to use her true damage attack. Overall, given that Serena went down fairly early, this is going better than anticipated. Went better than anticipated, I guess I should say. Yeah. Pretty sure we're teleporting back home after this, so... It absorbs it. It is kind of weird, though, that we've not gotten a meaningful distinction between black magic and arcanic magic. There might not be a meaningful distinction in-game. Bit more pages for the codex, maybe? I am curious if we even have the option to give it to Gerard. Apparently we do. Oh. Codex. He did seem to be helpful. Well, let's see if... Oh, wait, no, we can't interact with, Manduk, can we? Interesting. So, you're forced to take this action based off what you know of both of them. Manduk seemed to trust Maruhan. And he did seem a lot more trustworthy, upon actually going into his complex and talking to him. But Gerard has been considerably more helpful, as is. I'm gonna go with Gerard. Worst case scenario, it's a, you know, big ol' fuck up. I'm curious if we can actually... Yes, we can. Interesting. Well, that actually could, well, we can't see what it's actually doing because we're overburdened, but okay, well. Damn it. Oh, hey, we didn't run into her, but she's one of the, was one of the people who, well, one of the things you could potentially interact with. And we're further overburdened. Excellent. Interesting that we still can't run, though. This might be our opportunity to get our first point, is what I'm going to assume. But first things first, let's grab ourselves an additional person. Looks like they are mostly... Ooh, interesting. So there are two classes that I have not dealt with before here. Obviously I have not used an Arcaster this time around. But, the Hedge Mage, which would seem to be a backliner. Again, we can't get the info on them without... Yeah. Without actually getting them into the party. And then there's the Celestine. Celestine? I don't fucking know. I think the Fencer overall is probably the better choice. But... a lot of that just comes down to having slightly more HP and additional combat. Let's check her out. Oh, that has some implications of its own against crappy enemies. She also has a protect, barrier. Yeah, she's more along the lines of the Dragoon. But of course, the Dragoon has healing, even if it's just relatively weak. I'll give it a shot. Now, we didn't hit this up, but this is where you go if you get wiped out. I guess I should say we didn't need to hit this up. I will say one thing that does strike me as somewhat interesting is if your people don't gain any stats, then it really doesn't matter when you need to replace them. But I don't know if that's actually the case. I mean, it would be a kind of interesting difference between this and Darkest Dungeons. But it's also a change that I don't know feels very good. At least I don't care that much for it. Didn't read that. Also, I've gotten all of these codex entries and have not opened the codex. Probably will need to do so. I had not noticed the ears on our Celestine. Though I suppose it is fairly obvious that she is an elf now. And apparently we need to hit up... Oh yeah, we need to hit up our thing anyway. I wonder if that makes a difference for Lyric's stats. Oh, there's our dwarf. I couldn't actually see him. Actually, I could only see him because of his Wraith Veil, huh? That's not a relic, oddly. Doesn't appear to be anyway. Ah, there we go. Maybe. Nope. Oh, it might be a new outfit. It is, indeed, a new, dumb-looking outfit. Ah, complete with eyeliner. Urban suit. Nope. And this, I believe, recovers everybody's HP and vigor.
Aha! Huh.
Oh, there's a bath. I got a little bit worried there, not gonna lie. I don't know if there is a, or I guess I should say where there is a crafting thing here. I have to assume there is one somewhere. Tantini. Okay, so that is what the exclamation mark was. A quest, essentially. Now, I am... Okay, I think this is Master of Tomes.
Hello.
I'm sorry, but the fascinating thing about Arcanic script is that it's completely indecipherable. Are you fucking serious? Some of the writing. Some of the fucking writing. Hey, I guessed it. Now, Health and vigor would seem mostly good if you are, of course. Wait, what? Oh, is that a relic? That might be a relic. Indeed, it's a relic. Okay, good to know. Or functions as a relic, anyway. So with that, her base merchantry could be bumped up to 5. I'm not overly concerned with it. I'm actually tempted to bump up the combat, even though I stated previously that it doesn't seem like it's that great of an initial bump. And it's only now, looking at the icon for it closely, that I realize the pick and the crossbow are the same item. Real observant on my part. I think I'm just gonna keep it around for a little bit.
Huh. 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 Huh.
Lots of codex entries here. Why yes, the person who can speak the indecipherable script is a huge nerd. What a surprise. Golem place? Indeed. And this is with sound effects at half noise, half volume. Wow. TEK tech. No, it's a cabinet. Good to know. No. Do you have anything else to say? Nope. Oh. Yeah, okay. So this is the crafting spot. Good to know. Especially since we have a fair amount of components. Oh yeah, and if we had kept one of the dowsing rods, well no, we're still way behind on ectoplasm. Actually, I do wonder. Let's throw a whole bunch of something. Let's throw the rope in. Let's see if we can still use... Yes, okay. Well, I want the luxury items, but I think everything else... Booyah aside. So let's go and sell those. And this is pretty close to the end for me. Korea. Good enough. And we actually have a fair amount of cash right now. So let's move so that we... Because I'm actually not 100% certain how to force it to save. Okay. Good to know. So let's go save by sleeping. And that is going to be it for me.